ONSETTER. Hello? I can't hear you. A little bit. Yeah. Wait. What happened to you? Aw. Oh, I'm sorry. No, because we knew that you were, it's called technical difficulties. It's just been around since tech. So if anybody's got to say, I'd like to say, I like to hear somebody that can do better say that they've never had technical difficulties. Oh, well, I can't speak for anybody else, but I understand. I just wanted to make sure. I'm glad that you came in here because I wanted to make sure that you were all right because I know that people can freak out over that stuff. I mean, you know, no, 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 not those people. I'm talking about the people that it happened to, you know, right now. Good luck. This is the way.
On site with ONSETTER. Welcome. I'm on this beautiful planet here. As you can see, this planet is lush. And I pick these lush kind of planets when I'm doing these sort of things because I like to put each of the critters that I create in a lush environment. I think pretty much everyone has a favorite base on a lush environment. So that's just kind of my preference. Here we are. We're on a lush. You're here with me on the lush. Oh, it's so glorious being here. This planet is named Big Toe. That's right. This planet is named Big Toe. You're welcome to come here. Probably one of my favorite planets, as you can tell. Pretty earthy. I love the yellow ground, orange grass. We got some green turquoise grass as well. But these waters are a crispy blue. It is in the nighttime right now, so most planets, especially if they have filters and stuff. At night, the waters turn blue. But here, I can tell you, this is in the daytime even this blue, a very nice crispy blue, lake blue. Like if you're hanging out at a lake. So, I apologize. Anyone who's caught the earlier stream. Oh, jeez. I'm just wrangling with the OBS and YouTube settings, I suppose. You know, when I was twitching, works fine. And even to kind of prove that to myself, I went ahead and me and Drucifer, we played Fortnite. And if you get a chance, there's probably a link in my description or my bio to my Twitch channel. And, you know, there you'll see I had a perfectly good stream. I mean, there's no skippy skips, very smooth. I was not using OBS. I was using Twitch Beta. Now, whenever I streamed on Twitch, I tried to use Twitch Beta because it was always so smooth for me. And so it's only recently that I'm like, you know, now I've actually, you know, streamed on OBS and Twitch, but I've, for the first time recently, streamed using OBS and YouTube. Mixed results. The stream was fine. I forgot to turn my mic on, which hurts me heart. Oh, it hurts me heart so much. Because I had such a good time. And not only did I have such a good time, I explained a lot. And and so this is going to be almost, in my mind, like a regurgitation of what I've been saying in the last stream, and, you know, just kind of detailing what I've been doing with these critters. Now, if you don't know my channel, what I do in No Man's Sky, I love the critters. You love the critters. I just maybe love the critters a little extra. And maybe went a step ahead to make some new critters. Some critters that the community can have fun with. Now, I've done all sorts of critters. There's critters I've made that I can't give you. Like, if I gave it to you, you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. But here's the thing. There is, even in that category, one critter that, even if I gave you that egg, you would be able to hatch it, no problem. But you won't be able to interact with it. Which is the big deal with these critters, these companions. They're animal companions, right? So you want to be companion-like with them. If you can't interact with them, what's the fun, right? Well, I'll tell you, I kind of found a loophole in that section, whereas I created a Titan worm balloon. So, you know what a Titan worm is, don't you? Yeah, you do. What I did is I used a mod to capture and adopt a Titan worm. That in itself wasn't easy, and I could tell you, please look at my channel. I have a whole stream about me hunting down and adopting a Titan worm and what happens forthwith. Go over there first. I'm just kidding. Stay here. You can go there later. Let me tell you this. What I decided was you can't do anything with it. You can't interact with it. It's just large. It crashes games. It's too much, right? So I had an idea, and then I took that idea and I kept mushing it around and around and around, trying to figure out, like, what is a possible solution, something that maybe could be viable, right? If you can't have a Titan worm as a pet, and you can't, by the way, anyone who gives you a titan worm is actually, it's not a titan worm. It might be a titan worm, but you're not going to be able to interact with it. It's just going to just fly, just go away. It's going to go immediately away. And I know, because I spent a lot of hours testing this. But through my testing, let me tell you what I found. I found some things. And what I decided was to shrink the titan worm down, first of all, which is a big part, if you know it or not, in the gaming of this game. There's like a hitbox, and people talk about it all the time in regards to like even recently those new space stations, the space station hitbox. It's like if you're going through maybe some little weaves and nooks that are part of the space station, there's parts you can fly around that you maybe didn't think you could fly around, because you thought maybe there's a hitbox there, and you thought maybe like, oh, I would just crash into that, but you can weave through it. So keep that in mind. So here, I thought, okay, so this is similar enough, right? Through my testing, I figured out how to get it to be. Well, here's the thing that I really wanted. It's a titan worm, right? So it's gonna run around. You don't want it to run around. You want it to like hang out with you, right? I mean, that's the idea. I mean, you get a titan worm. Look, if you don't get a titan worm from me, you're gonna see some differences. I'll tell you what I have. My titan worm is going to hang out with you, in a sense, roundabout. It'll orbit you. It will orbit you in a very red balloon-esque way. It is called the Titan Worm Balloon for a reason. What it does now, after the changes are made to it, it will bounce off of structures, like any structure, like mountains, hills. It's not going to go through the earth that you're on, right? However, I'm talking about the front part. So you're talking about the mouth, like the face part, and maybe like a quarter of the front part. Consider that the hitbox when you're thinking about this creature. When you're thinking about titan worms. When you're thinking about maybe doing this on your own, if you get the chance, if you're proficient with going into the save editor and into the JSON files, please, by all means, go for it. Make some new stuff, like experiment like how I did. I want to show you what I came up with. So with this Titan Worm Balloon, in regards to the hitbox, you will see like the back portion of it go into the earth, right? But keep watching, because what it'll eventually do is curl and use its front hitbox to bounce off of whatever surface is there, right? So the back part, like let's say, I mean, you only got the front quarter part that's like a solid hitbox. The rest of the creature is phantasmal at best. It'll go through stuff, right? But when I say this because this isn't a typical Titan worm behavior or animation, right? That's what I'm getting at. That's why it's a Titan worm balloon, because it acts like a balloon. That's why I called it the Titan worm balloon. Oh, it just went over there. See what I'm saying? The head, the first quarter of the body, that's the hitbox. The rest isn't. So it pretty much dictates how it bounces around the environment. But let me tell you, you see it just went off into the horizon? Don't worry about it. It'll come back. Let's just keep watching the horizon. There's some trees in the way. You can even see it right there. I will tell you, it's going to come back to us. I said it. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Do you see that? It turned itself upright, and now it's going to come back this way. So, this is what I was talking about when I was trying to describe you want something to orbit you. If you can't interact with it, you know, what's it going to do? Right? This is what the Titan worm balloon does. Look at that. Did you see that? Oh, it just backflipped. Now, you could tell the hitbox starts with the head and maybe the first quarter because of the diamond companion indicator icon with the collar and the broken heart, feeling hungry. Unfortunately, you can't feed it, but don't worry, you don't have to feed it. It's a creature that you can't interact with. But at the same time, it's not going to do anything bad if you can't interact with it. That's why I made it the way it is. So, I mean, even though you can't interact with it, you can hang out with it. It's going to hang out with you. You could bring this with you wherever. Community nights. It's not so huge that it's going to crash people's games. And I could tell you, I tested enough to know. It's ghastly. It's ethereal. It goes through the air around you. Just a little history on the Titan worm balloon. So, you know, when I got to do my stream earlier, I gave Gary 420 an egg. Now, I made sure to let him know, yeah, you have the egg, you can hatch the egg, you won't be able to do anything with it though. But, it's beautiful. So he still took the egg. Because it is what it is, right? I mean, come on, that's how a lot of people are. Anyway, but I do have other critters here. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this is like my experimental save, but my experimental save has a, let's say, spokes critter named Sliders. Hello, Sliders. Oh, how glorious. So glorious. So if you notice, Sliders happens to have an abundant amount of ridges on its back. Little do people know that set of ridges on its back is actually hamburger meat. So what you do is you get some buns, you roll up to critters, and you grip off some pieces of slider meat, And then underneath there is a cornucopia of cheddar cheese that shoots out the udders. And then you can coat your slider burger with some of them slider cheese and have yourself a barbecue or a picnic or whatever. Sliders was actually my first. Oh, my things are falling. Oh, let me pick them up. Okay. Well, sliders, thank you, thank you. So, I'm doing this right now because I didn't really get a chance to do this earlier. Just kind of want to showcase some of the new critters I've been working on. This save in particular is kind of like my experimental save. Oh, look. Oh, check it out. Even though I called out sliders is... Oh! Tiny worm balloon disappeared. It happens. It's like a particle in a wave. Once you look at it, it's a thing. Maybe it's not a thing. Thank you, sliders. Give you treats, give you treats. On to the next. So this is a fairly new critter I created, Rolling Stone. So I am stacking critters per se. Look at that. That is a couple of critters. Not just one. There's a couple in there. Notice the electric aura. Probably my favorite part about this critter. Now if I could take that electric aura and put it onto other things, yeah, I mean that's the move. But that electric aura is kind of baked into that character, that critter. So you can't remove it. But you can stack it, it looks like. And have a whole new creature with this electric element about it. Check that out. Now, I have another one of these, kind of similar. My opinion better. Only because I'm kind of biased. But let me show you Shards. Definitely one of the more favorite of the new critters I've been putting out. I can see why. It's a beautiful, beautiful critter. Thank you for the egg, buddy. So, this is a critter that you can, when you receive it, create an egg from it. Give it to a friend. I didn't make this with mods. This critter is made with the save editor. So I guess in a sense that's a mod, right? But yeah, without the save editor, I wouldn't be able to go into the files of this creature and do what I did to it to make it the way it is right now. You can't ride it. It's not one of those you can ride. After I did extensive testing on my current set of critters on this save, I did add the mod, the creature timer mod. Thank you, Invisible, by the way. You rock. And that's all I needed. That's all I really wanted in this case. I wanted to be able to just keep pooping out the eggs, right? For community night, for giveawayathons, which we're getting to. We are getting to a giveawayathon, let me tell you that. We're still in the first set. I haven't even got through the first set. Alright, so now this is Cronkite. Right? Yeah, I mean, Cronkite's only running away because we're hanging out over here, but I can just call him. Coming back. So, by the way, all of these critters, again, you can put in the egg sequencer. You can create an egg from it, give that egg to a friend. I put the stats pretty high for all of these critters, so they are ferocious, but they are also 100% dutiful and loyal, so they will hang out with you. So if you notice, it went away for a little bit, but came back to me, and now it's following me. It's like running alongside me. That's loyal. I go this way, and it'll just follow me over here eventually. That's okay. This is Cronkite, by the way. So the previous was Shards. This is Cronkite. We're still on the first save. First set of this save. This is Kit. Anyone who's seen my previous streams know this is Kit. Kit is, you know, just the result of, you know, my phantom leg critter I created called Golden, which is much taller. This is a result of me wanting it to be scaled down more, and whereas I found it's faster, so being smaller made it faster, or at least the appearance of looking faster than a larger critter. Like Golden is this critter, but like double its size, right? And it's still fast, even for being that big. But I can tell you that I was challenging the meters, the size, when creating Golden to get it to be big but still fast. And I found the happy medium, and I found, in my opinion, the right meter where it's just under like this buffer. There's some kind of buffer that prevents it from going fast, where it'll stop it from running. You don't want that. You want it to run. You want to hit the run button on any companion that you have and have it like do a turbo boost and pew, get out of there, right? I mean, that's ideal. So I found size had something to do with that, and I was able to figure out the size. But anyway, here with Kit Golden, I figured that out, and now, you know, you can run around with Golden. But Kit kit is the same sort of ideal, but faster. Like, way faster. In my opinion. I mean, I've been talking to people. It could be like this critter is just as fast as the big one. I'm not sure. Let me show you. Here, let's take a ride real quick. Hello, buddy. By the way, the Phantom Legs is also... I mean, this is exclusive to ONSETTER. You see anyone with this? It's because I gave them an egg. And whenever I give out eggs, I try and make it so you can give that egg to someone else. So hopefully the original person, you know, gives credit where credit is due. It came from me. But I will gladly give your friend one of these. Look how fast. That was running. I was running. Now let's do some struts. See, it's all chill. The Phantom Legs. Let's go running. Boom. So fast. Okay, on to the next. Thank you, Kit. Now, this is a labor of love. This is the fixed child of Helios. That's right. It's not a regular child of Helios. It's a fixed child of Helios. Which means you're not gonna just get drugged through the ground. Not anymore. So, the way I fixed it, I feel this is the way it was probably intended to be. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, so immediately you notice I'm upside down. But you also notice I'm not going into the ground. Now, I'm not going to touch the controller, like movement controller. I'll move the perspective around. I'm using an Xbox controller on a PC. So I'm moving the perspective around, but I'm not moving the motion. Because I want you to see that the changes I made to it now, not only does it fly, it auto-corrects itself. So if you keep watching, it is upside down, but it's going to correct itself. It's going to put itself right side up. There you go. Automatically. I didn't even touch the controller. Here's the perspective controller knob. I didn't even touch the other one. The movement knob has not been touched. So this is automatic, right? It's like an automatic calibration of this critter's balance. Now I'm gonna swing it back over here. We're gonna go back to the portal area, and I'm gonna hit turbo. 1, 2, 3, go. There you go. Pretty fast. Right? It turned up and then it turned back up. I didn't even touch the controller. I'm just using the perspective controller right now. Look at that. And it just turned itself back up. So here's what I would say. If I gave you one of these and maybe you're having a little trouble, give it a little second or two. You know, be a little bit more patient than you usually are, and you'll see it'll autocorrect itself. I could tell you also, if you wanted, you can push this turn if you go ahead and use the controller, not the perspective. Perspective is like, woo, right? The controller, where you can control where you go, if you turn that around, you will eventually get it upright again, right? And then once you get it upright, it'll just stay upright. Sort of. I mean, there you go. Alright. So that's me turning the controller part. And see what just happened? Because we're going over terrain, it's doing these like rolls onto its side, but it auto-corrects itself. The original Child of Helios did not do that. This, in my opinion, is how the Child of Helios should have been given to us in that expedition. Hit me up. My friend code is probably in the description somewhere. You can also catch me everywhere as ONSETTER. Yeah, if you want one of these, if you want to ride this the way it was supposed to be, yeah, just I can get you one of these, no problem. And let it be known, no one touched this creature. Okay? It was me who spent hours upon hours fiddling with the code of this creature. And yeah, happy accident. Here we go. Probably the most turned around critter story. I mean, this critter is useless. Who uses the Child of Helios from the expedition, right? It's like it doesn't even make sense. That thing, it's horrible. But now you have a Child of Helios where you can actually fly on top of it like you're flying a creature. This, I'm not sure why this wasn't implemented. I feel like something was lost, you know? But that's okay. That's the fixed Child of Helios. So that was the last of set 1. Let's go into set 2. Now, this here is an interesting project. This is the Narwhal. I know it's kind of horrific to look at. I myself am horrified looking at it. Yeah, it's pretty horrific. So here's the ideal with this one. I wanted to make a narwhal critter for Sazable, and they gave me specific, parts how I should set this critter up. Good thing is we got all that correct. Now what I've been dealing with is the color, and the color isn't on point. Like, look here, I'm in an aerial view. By the way, if you can see here, bottom left hand corner is the glyphs to this planet. I think I'm going to use this planet as a sort of giveawayathon area. So, community nights, maybe after community nights, who knows, whatever's, right? But it's a at least some kind of foundation that I can branch off of, and maybe do other things like other places. But I figured we need to get it near a portal, whereas that way, community nights, we can just give people a portal code. Here's the thing: if you haven't been keeping up with community nights, there used to be community nights where there were 32 players in the same instance. And as of late, only 8. That's right, quite disappointing. So, and I feel in my heart like they're gonna change that. They're gonna do something to fix that, right? At least get it back to 32 where we were at. Put in some parameters where it makes it where, people can't PvP on people just hanging out, like how we were doing. And, because we were giving stuff away, and mostly to new players who, kind of needed that stuff. And it was just people taking advantage of people and just, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff behind that, but don't worry about that. I'm only here to give away the critters. I'm not here for any kind of political stuff. I'm not trying to get you to pay me for these critters. It's like, oh, they're custom made. I'm shaking my fist. Oh, they're custom made. You better give me something. Nah. Some people are like that out there, though. I know that. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna hound you for anything. All right? Like, I do this out of my love for this game's community, and I do this to, kind of give back. And if, man, I was started down. I would love if someone gave me one of these critters now that I've created, right? So I'm out to help people have a good time. It's just pretty much primarily my mission in life. I gotta tell you, there's people out there that straight up just they're so angry, maybe even jealous. I don't even know. I don't know where it comes from, but I can guess maybe. But it happens, and just know, don't worry about me. I'm not here to take your money or take over your channel and be like the pet master, right? I've always been experimenting with this on the fringes, and I've always been an outsider. No one's actually accepted me, right? You're like the Beastmasterist dude, right? And even if they did, I would still do this and give these away for free, because the people who want some kind of exchange for custom critters, they're, I don't know, they got ulterior motives, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway. But at the same token, if by chance you want to throw me some money, I'm not gonna say no. I mean, whatever. I'm not ever soliciting for it. I'm always like, yo, that's dope. You're such a cool person for doing that. Thank you. Go for it. That's cool. I got a Ko-Fi account, PayPal.me at ONSETTER. Yeah, you can do that if you want. If you want it, if you feel it so in your bones to give me money, is by all means go for it. I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. I'm not gonna like be like you can't continue if you don't do it, right? So that being the case, let's continue. Yeah, baby pa, you're looking kind of so sad. But here, funny thing is, I think this is way better than my first few iterations of this custom critter. Whereas it was just like embedded into the ground and just, just kind of wiggling around. Now it looks like an actual beached whale, at least. So, I mean, that aspect is kind of cool, even though it's kind of morbid. But don't worry. By the way, if anyone knows how to make sea creatures fly around like they were underwater on land, let me know. I have some ideas. I've been trying them. Can't really make it stick, but this is actually, I would say, out of all the iterations, I like this one the best because everything else was like embedded into the ground, like halfway in and all that stuff, and it would be like trying to get to the water. Right now, it kind of looks like it wants to fly, but it's still kind of like nailed into the ground. So I'm pretty sure there's a line of code, which, by the way, I've tried several lines of code, like can leave water, stuff like that, into the JSON file to see if it'll detach it from the ground. So that's a cause. That's definitely something with my critter meddling that I will hurdle over, but right now, not so much. Still, a beautiful narwhal. Just hope that one day we can get the narwhal doing other things. Oh boy. Alright, so here we go. This is the No Man's Sky Enterprise. Oh, no, 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 no. You know, I don't want an egg. Okay, you know what? I just remembered. Okay, so what I did today before I came on was I made some changes here and there. And sometimes what I do is change a critter's locomotion animation just to see the change. But I was also doing a giveawayathon, so I'm not supposed to do that sort of thing, basically. You know, I'm supposed to make it fixed and then give away those eggs. So I only say this is kind of broken, not so much, because this was a proto flyer. Now you can obviously see there are multiple creatures stacked within this one creature, which creates this one creature, which is what do you call a creature? A multi-creature organism. They are called... Ah! Hoo-hoo! Are you ready? A siphonophores. Siphonophores. They're deep sea colonial creatures made up of specialized individuals that work together as one. I would say this is the No Man's Sky version of that. Now, the change I made to it, you can see that we are obviously very, very high up. We're not in the atmosphere, but we're pretty close, right? Okay, you might also notice that it's kind of stable too. Moves around kind of cool, right? Now, these movements, these are proto-flyer movements. What I ended up doing was changing the locomotion animation of this critter from proto-flyer to bird. I just wanted to check it out and see what it would do. And I will tell you, I have plenty of checking out to do. There's a lot of other things I want to try out. But this is kind of remarkable because it is probably one of the first locomotion animations I've tried. But also, it's so high. I'm not sure why it's this high. I mean, I'm sure it's because I changed the locomotion animation from proto-flyer to bird, because I could tell you when it was set at proto-flyer right before I changed it to bird, it was closer to the ground. Now, it's just up here. It's just like way up here. Now, here's also the other thing. Some people will really dig this aspect. I mean, it is the NMS Enterprise, so you can dig it for what it is. It is a stacked flying creature, okay? This is not a creature you can get out in the wild. This is not a creature you can get from anyone else unless they got it from me. So, just want to let you know, hit me up. I will definitely give you one of these, no problem. But what I'm going to end up doing is changing it back from bird. I think I'm going to actually change it to, instead of proto-flyer, which was its original, I think I'm going to change it to mini robo. Now, if you're looking at the JSON files, locomotion animation deals with like capitals and lowercase. So if you don't capitalize the beginning of the title of the locomotion animation, it's not going to register. So just throwing that out. Just a little weird tidbit about it, but now in the goat fungus save editor, there's a really awesome tab for companions where you can change the locomotion animation. There you'll see the environment in which the creature was, let's say, created or can lay an egg in. Let's say volcanic, right? But you want to change that so your main save is on a lush planet. So in the save editor, Goat Fungus's save editor, you can go into the companion tab, go down and change that from volcanic to lush. Now right underneath that, the next line underneath that, in that same tab, you can change the locomotion animation of the critter. In this case, it started off as proto-flyer. Here's the thing though, all of these creatures that are melded into one enterprise are proto-flyers. Okay, so here maybe you're getting the drift of what I'm trying to do, right? Maybe? Well, we're getting there. So, this is still an experiment. What I've been doing here, I mean, this, wherever it is, it's up there. The No Man's Sky Enterprise is a wonderful step in what I'm trying to do. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this. You know what? Actually, let me just bring it out anyway. So this is a scuttler, a freighter scuttler. Here is something you might not know about these things. If someone gave you an egg of one of these, besides me, this thing will attack you. Okay? Keep that in mind. This thing will attack you, but not the ones I made. So I went into the files, and after testing, I found out how to make it not attack me, because it was annoying, because I really love the critter and I really love busting it out, you know, but the problem was it would just attack me, and I'd be like, no, don't attack me. And so yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking, you know. But what I ended up figuring out is how to make it so it doesn't attack me. And there you go. This is the end result. Our friend here is just happy to just run amok around us and murder everything in our vicinity. Also, let me just tell you, you can't interact with it. It's one of those. It's like the Titan worm balloon. One of the few pets. And let me tell you, when I make these, I make them with the intent to give them out. And this, unfortunately, is one of those that I cannot give out straight up, right? So I can't interact with it and get it to coax out an egg. However, I can take an egg that's already made and copy this critter's, let's say, DNA or JSON file into the egg, and then make the egg be able to be hatchable. So that's another step. So here's the thing, like, some people mess with the critters, which is fine. I'm so for people doing this and getting into the files and going nuts and having fun, but test it before you give out your eggs to people. You don't ever want to crash people. You know, you want to give people happy, crazy eggs. All right. So here, this critter is a prime example. But now the changes I made to it, sure, you can't interact with it, but one thing is it'll always orbit you, so it'll be in your vicinity, super loyal. Second, it's super ferocious, so anything in your vicinity, it'll beat up, it'll eat it, and, you know, do all that stuff. Also, it also likes to find stuff. I think it just found something for me. Did you just find something? Look, I swear, I said it exactly when it did it. This is streaming right now. Is that synchronicity or what? Is that synchronicity? I don't know. But there's a harvested gift exactly when I was talking about this creature doing that. Okay? So don't I would say don't accept an egg of this critter from anyone unless you got it from me. Because if you didn't get it from me, it's not modded. I don't like the word modded for what I do for these. Tweaked even? I don't know. It's not. I use the save editor mod, right? So I guess it's modded. Okay, so I use the save editor mod to make the changes to this critter. But just keep in mind, there's a lot of people who will just give you this egg. It's like, oh, I got one of these. Hey, and not even realize, you know. But I'll tell you this, the potential of this critter is wonderful. Sure, you can't interact with it, but it's always going to hang out around you. It's going to beat up all the nasty critters around you. It's really good at foraging, as the stream just proved. Like, look, just right there, exactly when I was saying it, it did it. yeah, so I love this critter. It needs more love. And that's Skitters, by the way. SKTTRZ. So if you don't get an egg of Skitters, it's gonna beat you up. Alright? It's gonna hurt you and hurt those around you. So just be careful of the eggs you get from people. Some people don't put enough time into, I don't know, making them safe. Alright, enough of that. Ha 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 ha. So here's one of my favorite dragons. This dragon, I mean, lived in my heart for a long time. If you've ever seen the Never-Ending Story, then you'll know this next critter. This is Falcor. Yep. Now, some people think this is a ghastly creation, which is fine. I get it. It is, in its own merit, quite frightening. But for those of us who love the Never-Ending Story movie, you'll see I took great measures to try and make it as close as I can to Falcor, given the parts, or lack of parts. Yeah, that's right. I took the wings away. Also, it's not digging into the ground. That's right. You'll see some dragons or griffins just go right into the ground. And you're like, no, don't go into the ground. Look at that. Did you see that? Right up the mountain. It didn't go through the mountain. It didn't get stuck in the mountain. It just went right there. That collision box is changed, right? So again, like, you can get a dragon from someone, but if you don't get a dragon from me, it might just drag into the ground, you know? If the person didn't make the correct changes, do test and test and test, it might just be a waste of your time. Look at that silhouette, though. Right? Kind of hard to see my big frame in the way. So, on that note, I want to show you a critter I created. This is, I would say, my bat-like bat. I also have a bird-like bird. This bat-like bat I call Bizzard. Right? And I took, in my opinion, the closest critter parts to a bat and created this creature, which means I removed the tail. Now, these kind of have the same curse as those dragons. So, they're dragons, griffins, same creature. They're called like flying lizard. They both have the same tail, or amount of tails. There's only 2 tail options. Now, if you remove the tail, it actually makes it, in my opinion, very much closer to the actual creature. And this is the first example I wanted to show you. The next one is going to be more prominent, but this is the bat-like bat called Bizzard. Unfortunately, this is considered a bird, and you can't interact with it. So I don't like to give the egg out for this unless you ask me, because you'll know, hey, can I get an egg of that? I'll be like, hey, you know, you can't interact with it, but it will follow you around. They're like, cool, that's all I really need. And I'm like, cool, I got you, here's the egg. This is dessert. The bat, bat, bat. You can't get more bat than that. You can't get more bat than that. Okay. Now, moving on to exactly what I wanted to talk about next. This is, now we talked about dragons. We had Falcor here just a moment ago without wings. Here is in the same genus. It's considered a flying lizard, but when you give these eggs out to people, they're predominantly called griffins. So there's dragons, which is more like reptile, and there are griffins, which are more like bird-like, which we have here in this case. And this bird is called Talus. Now Talus, what a gorgeous, gorgeous critter. Talus has no tail. Just like we were describing Bizzard, the bat-like bat. And we remove the tail, and by the way, only two options. Same thing with this critter. No, actually, with Bizzard, that bird genus, they have a few more. I think they have like 5 different tail options. But none of them matched an actual bat. So I did what I did and removed the tail option. Here, this is a griffin, but still considered a flying lizard. Okay? And even though we have these wings that are like feathered and a complete avian bird head on the critter and bird feet. I mean, the feet very easily passes for like lizard feet if you go back and forth. So anyway, griffins and dragons are the same creature. They're called flying lizards. They only have 2 tail options, unfortunately enough. So what I decided to do was remove the tail. I wanted to create a bird-like bird, as much bird as I could, like Bizzard, the bat we just saw. This is Talus. Sure, there's no tail, and there's kind of a stubby end, but I feel like that stubby end is even like more bird-like than the previous tails. Like if you were passing by kind of quick, this kind of stubby back part could pass for like tail feathers maybe. Oh, and did I say this was fast? Watch this. 3, 2, 1, go! Look at that. Fastest. This is the fastest flying creature. And you know I test my critters, right? So yeah, this is the fastest flying critter in the game that I've customized. So not only has I removed the tail, I did some other things to it. So, yeah, it's stuck in the ground because that's what all these flying lizards do this. You know, you can probably grab it and let's see if it'll let me ride. Yeah. When you do it like that, you're just kind of stuck underneath, which is kind of cool. Sometimes you want to... But you can always jump out through it. So you're not stuck. So don't worry about that. That's just kind of the byproduct with the way that critter acts, right? Alright. Now, I think we're done with set 2. We're on to set 3. This is the last set. And I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I have some more to show. We haven't gotten to the Giveawayathon yet. I wanted to do this part first, this portion, because I think I haven't had enough time to really explain these critters, what I did to get them going in the first place. And this is Curly. Yeah. So Curly, unfortunately, you can't ride. But that's okay. You never could ride these type of creatures anyway. You know, you can if you have that certain mod. So, you know, big shout out to Invisible. Big shout out to Silent Robot. If you really need to ride these critters, you can. You have to get one of those mods. Now, this critter was made without mods, which means Curly here, you can put into, you know, like get an egg from it, put it into the egg sequencer, give that egg to someone else, make it bigger, make it smaller. It's up to you. And yeah, so I wanted to make critters that are like that, more accessible to the community. You know, this is a wonderful example of the type of critter I want to keep continuing to make for the community. It's the type of critter where I could just give it to you. You can have it, hatch it, and be like, wow. You know, I mean, sure, you can pet it, you can feed it, you can get an egg from it and put it in the egg sequencer, but you won't be able to ride it. So that one factor kind of, you know, it's a deciding factor for some people. But for other people, you know, if you like, you know, just having a really cool critter hanging out with you, then you would like the Titan Worm balloon. Because a Titan Worm is exactly that. I mean, you can't interact with it, but wow, is it crazy hanging out with you while you're playing, you know? The fun factor is there. Here, you know, this critter is part of the new set of critters I've recently made to be more community kind, right? You know, I want to give more of these wacky pets out. Again, I don't want anything. You can give me a like and subscribe. That's probably the best thing you can do, right? Give me a like and subscribe on Twitch, on YouTube. I'm on Discord. Give me a shout. I can do custom critters, but I'm very reluctant to do so. Yeah, I mean, case in point, like, for instance, this is Sazable's Narwhal. I can't get the colors right. I want to get it like red and blue and maybe like a white or grayish underneath. And I've been trying a lot of different combinations. I just haven't been able to get it. So I'm still good trying. You know, it's not anything I'm gonna stop trying to do. Just telling you, it's not an overnight thing. Except, you know, sometimes maybe. Sometimes maybe. Sometimes, if you give me a request, I might just be able to look at that and say, yeah, I think I can actually do that. Hold on. I might just get you an egg right away. And then, by all means, if you get an egg from me, give me some props. You know, if you end up getting an egg from that critter I gave you, and you give that egg to someone else, tell them you got them from ONSETTER. Tell them to hang out, check out the channel, right? That way you can see new creatures that I've made. So this is Wheelie. Where did Wheelie go? There you go. This is also a critter you can't interact with. This is a stacked creature. Now, here's the cool thing about this. This is a plow. That's the type of creature it is. This type of creature would normally just go right into the ground and just be gone. Like, it's like, alright, bye-bye. You're gone. I don't see you anymore. But the changes I made to it is kind of like in line of what the other non-interactable creatures. Whereas, like, it's still going to be loyal and be in your vicinity, so it'll orbit around you. It might not be like right in your immediate orbit, but it'll be in your area, so it'll stay around you. It'll be ferocious, so it'll like beat up critters around you, and then it'll be dutiful, so it'll also find you minerals and treasures and such. Yeah. Now, if you had the mod that you can ride any creature, this is a fun creature to ride. I did have the mod while having this creature. Lot of fun. Lot of fun. I probably one of my favorite creatures to ever ride with the mods that you weren't supposed to. Alright, let's go to set 3. Alright, so this one is obligatory. This is creepy. Yeah, let's go over here. Boy. Like our previous friend, Wheelie, Creepy is a plow. This creature is supposed to go into the ground and just disappear. And you're supposed to be like, that was a jip. I don't want this creature anymore. Now, Creepy, on the other hand, stays above the ground. You see that? It doesn't submerge itself. Like Wheelie, you can't interact with it, but it will orbit you and, you know, be ferocious. And so it's kind of like a show pet. So these, when I describe these critters, in my mind, they're show pets. You know, because you can't interact with them yourself without a mod. So they're just for show. So this is a critter I cannot just give you. I can't walk up to it and get an egg from. You can request one, and what I can do is hatch an egg of a different creature, go into the JSON files, and copy this critter's code and put that into the egg. And then you can hatch that egg, and this critter will come out. Again, you won't be able to interact with it, but it will follow you around and be weird and creepy as it is. So that's Creepy, the plow worm. We're just about to the end over here. Oh, this is Swoosher. Now, Swoosher is one of those fabled flying snakes. And there are a lot of iterations of this type. So I do have several iterations, and I've gone through lots of tests. But this one, I don't know why, I just really like it. I do know why. It has a lot of parts that I like. Right? I mean, that's why you like something. And if you look here, it's gray and purple. I really like that combo. I mean, it's got some white accents in certain parts. These wings that kind of almost look like gills. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's got the Tremor's head. It's got a nice big dorsal fin there. And it's huge. Quite big. And I didn't even kick in the speed yet. 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh. You know what? I think this might be faster than Tailless. What do you think? I think so. I thought Tailless was the fastest. I think Swoosher is faster. Yeah, just by looking at it. It's hard to compare. I would have to like compare them like side by side to really tell. But there you are. The 3 sets on ONSETTER's second save here for critters. So I think I have enough eggs to do at least a quick anomaly giveawayathon. Let's get rid of these real quick. 1, 2. Let's take a quick count. So we got 1, 2. 15. So we got like, let's do 3 more. Now, going through these, if I were to pick a few more to give out, I would give out a fixed child of Helios. And I would give out shards. Because that's right up there. This is like, people really gravitate towards shards. I don't blame them. Beautiful, beautiful critter. One of my favorites. There we go. Now we need 1 more egg. So we got shards here. Are you hungry? Ah, my bad. I should have fed you. Feed your critters after they give you eggs. Alright, now here we go. Curly. Yep. There we go. Makes sense. Thank you, Curly. Curly can get bigger. Curly can get smaller. You can do a lot with Curly. You can't ride him. Alright. So, by the way, I think what I'm going to end up doing is fixing this whole area. Maybe this looks a little bit more symmetric. You know, it's all going that way. I maybe want to make it going a little bit more that way. Yeah. I'll come back and fix all of this. But for now, let's just keep it like it is. Ain't nothing wrong with some asymmetricalness. Let's get in our ship. This isn't my ship that I want. So I was using the yielder, like the word yield, but yielder. Yeah. This ship is stuffed to the gills with platinum. Look at that. Look at all those stacks of platinum. Oh, and gold. I got a line of gold here. I wanted to do mostly platinum when I do these giveaway-a-thons because I think about maybe the utility of it. Whereas, sure, you can use it like gold and you can make your critters bigger, right? You can also use it in the Egg Sequencer for the other thing, which is like, shoot. The mutant one, it's the one right to the right of it. Anyway, you can also break these down and refine them into nanites. You can't do that with gold. So this is especially good for newer players. That's why I like to give out stacks of platinum instead of gold. And that's my only preference, because like for newer players, if you have the option to change those things to nanites, that can help them out a lot. So that's what we want to do. Oh, Curly just wants this. Hold on. I'll take a quick picture of this. Yeah, this is my new ship. The USS Curly. Oh no. Gotta start making customized ships with critters attached. Like an R2 unit. I don't know. One of those might even be a thumbnail. Let's go! I could have sworn what is that? Oh, that's a sentinel pillar. Okay, so I found a sentinel pillar over there. But I could have... Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. We're looking for... the anomaly. Now, I like the idea of doing community giveaway-a-thons. How I've started and have been doing for the longest is anomaly giveaway-a-thons, and I just give it to whoever. But what I just did down below at the portal was set up a base, whereas maybe I can start doing a sort of community night as a giveaway-a-thon on a planet instead of the community. I mean, especially if they decide to fix multiplayer. I mean, how great would that be? Yeah, and then we can just have everyone just mob over to the planet, and I'd just be giving out eggs. And it's a lush planet, so the only mod I have is a creature timer egg mod. Yeah, egg timer mod. So that way, I don't need the timer. I can just keep putting out eggs and eggs and eggs. So I don't use the mod. I mean, I have in the past used mods, critter mods, to do certain things. Like for instance, like I wouldn't have been able to get the Titan Worm in the first place without that mod. But I removed the mod and whatnot. But the Titan Worm balloon is a result of, you know, tweaking that formula or tweaking that critter and Just trying to do new stuff and stuff that I can share. So speaking of sharing, this is my spot. This is where I like to do my giveawayathons. Right between the Nexus and the merchant over there. So let's poop out shards. Which one's gonna hang out by me? Let's see, Cronkite. You gonna hang out with me? Huh? No? You gonna run away? Some run away, some hang out. Give me a second here, let me check something. Okay. Woohoo. Alright, so we don't have that many eggs. But by the way, if you notice, this critter, Cronkite, also shards, has another critter that leaves behind these beautiful white, like the white, not white, like blue energy spheres that kind of surround it. It leaves a trail of them that dissipate after a while. So it's really, really cool to watch it go by, because you'll see these blue parts just kind of like be still in the air. Anyway, let's start giving away some of these. Let's start with shards, right? Shall they shards? No one's near us. Okay, so this is how I do it. For those, you know, I'm on YouTube streaming. I've been Twitch doing this for a while. I might as well explain what I do. So I hang out at this spot, right? And it's my favorite spot because it's closest to everyone. And if you notice, the quick transfer range has the bottom three in red, but it changes out. And that means there are people moving around. That's what that means. So, Mark TA, you get a shards. That's how it works. Thank you, Mark. How you doing? Right. I should have gave him some platinum, but he ran away. Fortnite Freddy, I think you need a fixed shell to Helios. Let's give you some platinum too while we're at it. Boom. I saw someone over there. Cronkite. Rob Fister gets a Cronkite and you get some platinum. How about that? Yes. Cheers, cheers to you and yours. Oh, hello. This is Rob, I believe. Rob Fister. Look at our friend here. Look at that. Whoa. More, please, sir. Hell yeah, bro. I got you. Here, first, let me give you some of this. And let's give Freddy, Fortnite Freddy. I was just playing Fortnite with Drucifer. That game is pretty dope. Let's see. Did I give you... Usually I keep track of who I give what. What did I give you? How do you have so much? Oh, there's a... Is that me doing that? I don't know. I can't tell. Well, that's okay. Oh, no, that's okay. Let's bring out the No Man's Sky Enterprise. Ooh, it likes to hang out. Not all critters like to do this, by the way. Cronkite. Cronkite. Okay, you got Cronkite. Awesome. Okay, so let me give you shards, because shards is like its brother. There you go. There you go. Alright, who's that? That's Fortnite Freddy? I don't know who I gave... here. You know what? Let me give you some more platinum. I don't know if you guys need platinum or not, but... I have plenty, so I might as well give you guys some more, right? Right? There's one of these. Rolling Stone isn't the most exciting critter, but the lightning does put it extra, so that's why we keep it around. Pellets? Alright, yeah. Feed your buddies, please. By all means, feed your critters. They like food. Oh, yeah, let's bring out Kit. Hey, Kit. Now, this time of day, morning, not many people on, so usually what I sometimes end up doing is just going to a new anomaly, which I'm thinking I might do here. Alright. Yeah, so the anomaly kind of emptied out. Let's just go in and back out. That's fine. We do this all the time. And yeah, by the way, this is what I do. I give away unsolicited custom critter eggs for free. I don't ask for anything. I just hang out at the anomaly. Whoever runs past me, I throw an egg at them. That's it. I never ask for anything in exchange. You know, if people ask me questions about it, by all means, please do. Give me a shout. You want to talk to me? Yeah. How did you do that? Yeah. Like, by all means. This is the best part. Because I'm not part of some guild. I don't have any restrictions. I've just been doing this. And, you know, for myself and the community. I mean, really, that's it. Let's see, not many other new people here. Who do we have? Back to the spot here. Back to the spot. We have Marfo. Marfo's close enough? Let's see. Yes, here you go, Marfo. Get a fixed child to Helios, friend. Have some platinum too. What's that? Oh, we got another contender. Nice, see? That's what I like, the jubilation. Emote. Give me an emote, buddies. Give me a shout, alright? Like Mr. Monkey Man 42. I give you an egg, and I give you some platinum. And now we have another dude who's like Curly. Who gets Curly? Aegis 71 gets a Curly and some platinum. And now we have this symbol person, Talus. You got Talus? Yes. You got Talus and some platinum. There you go. This is how this works, people. That's it. Very simple. That's how I come through. And by the way, this is why I do it in the anomaly. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The anomaly is the safest place to open eggs that you've gotten from a stranger. If you're weary, if you're not sure about an egg you just received from someone, open it here. By the way, if you ever get an egg that has a red stripe through it, and it says like something along the lines like technology something, delete it, get out of that save. That's a bad egg, and that could corrupt your save. Now here's the sad part about what I do. What I do is, you know, random. You're watching me on stream. I'm good-hearted about it. But apparently there's some malicious people who give out eggs that have that banned. And apparently, I think it's a bad egg because what they do is they take the egg and they put it in like a refiner and try and do that duplication trick to it and take it and kind of like duplicate the egg and duplicate the egg and duplicate the egg and just keep duplicating it. And Yar fella, you get a curly. Yar fella, I like your name. I'm gonna give you another egg here. What do you got here? We got shards. Here you go. Get a shards too, buddy. Here, let me give you some more platinum. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, la fella. Here, let me show you what shards look like, by the way. I don't want you to leave without seeing. Look at that. Marfo, what's up, buddy? There you go. Oh, what? Look at that. That's so nice. See, I love that kind of response. Thank you. Ah, that's so nice. Jeez. Here. Hey, kindly. The wonder. Where's the wonder? The wonder. Let's give. See, because I like this kind of reaction from people. I'll just give you some more platinum. All right, we got some more people around here. Fixed child to Helios. I'm daddy now. Got a fixed child to Helios. I'm gonna give you some platinum too. Let's go back. Let's see. We got another fixed child to Helios. Let's give Yellow Fellow one. I don't think we gave them one. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I'm not trying to stay on here too long. Here you go. Here you go. Ah, see, this is why I like hanging out at this spot. It's kind of an official spot, if I say so myself, right? You know, I can position myself here to see people around me. I can give them eggs. Who do I have here, by the way? I have a kit. Ooh, all right. I gave all of these people eggs, so now they're just hanging out. I only need some Quicksilver to be buff. Oh. Refine the platinum or nanites. Oh. Oh, that's not Quicksilver. I know that's not. I know. I just realized it, but that's okay. But let me just give you that anyway. Sorry, I realized after I said it out loud. Hours 01. I'm gonna give you a kit and some platinum. Hope you enjoy it. Wherever you are, you're somewhere around here. Let's bring out another crazy critter. Let's bring out Curly. Yeah. Alright, so we have Cronkite. Who are we giving? Oh! EDIM Able 1. And let's give them some. What did it say? So it's better to refine them, selling them the. Shoot. How long have you played for, ONSETTER? Almost 2 years? Right? I think almost 2 years. Just about. Oh, we're missing all these people we can get eggs to. Hold on. Okay, so we have shards. Who's gonna get a shards? Ghost Rider gets a shards. Hell yeah. I like the name. I especially like to give eggs out to people who have cool names. So if you have a cooler name, there's someone next to you, I'll give precedence, in my opinion, to the cooler named person. No offense. Not to be all like elitist, but I just like cool names, so there's that. If you ever see me. Yeah. Don't take any offense, by the way. You've been invited to play with Yella Fella. Hey, let's sure, why not? Let's accept. We're almost done with the egg giveaway-a-thon. Let's see what happens. And we accepted. Here we are. Hello, Yella Fella. This is ONSETTER, and you're on site with ONSETTER. We're live on the internet and everything. Can you hear me? Requested to be my friend, by all means. Sure. I have plenty of custom-made critters. This is a new batch that I made, and I like to do these anomaly giveaway-a-thons. So look me up on YouTube, ONSETTER, on Twitch, ONSETTER, Twitter, all the places. I'm the ONSETTER, and yeah, give me a shout. I got these custom critters. This is a new batch that I've been putting out just recently. All right. Nice teaming with you. Peace be with you. Much love. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers. Alright. Now, how many eggs we have? I think we only have 3. So, Curly, Kit, and Cronkite. Alright. So, let's see who's going to get Curly. Cruel. Cruel gets a Curly. Let's give Cruel some platinum. Alright, and we have, who do we have left? Kit and Cronkite. Let's take a quick look around. Interesting. Here. So you see that one over there? That one is this one, plus another one. So it's like, this one is stacked. It's like, it went away. It's over there somewhere. But, yeah. What do you have? Let's see. We only have just a couple of eggs left, so I don't know if it's worth it to go to a new station. We might want to just give away the remaining 2 eggs to whoever's at this station, right? Let's think about that for a second. Fix child of Helios. Hey buddy, why don't you hang out right there? Here's the funny thing also. After I did my changes to the fixed child of Helios, it just hangs out by you at the anomaly. How cool is that? It's just like a cool smart dog, right? You know how smart dogs are all like, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out with my owner until it tells me to go run around or something. Yeah, I like that. All right. You know, not many people. Let's just let's do it. Let's just go, yeah. I mean, it's almost kind of worth it. Let's do guerrilla style, right? Just mob the next iteration. That's how I roll. I roll into iterations like, you don't know me, but you're gonna. There's my freighter. There's our wonderful planet Big Toe. That's its name, by the way. It came like that. And I was like, I didn't have the heart to change it. It's just like, it's perfect. Like Big Toe. Yep, that's your name. Back into the anomaly once again. Here to give out the eggs. The egg is of life. Yes, I can already see these are travelers I have not interacted with yet. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Let's hang out over here. Our usual spot. Alright. Pop out. What are we gonna pop out? Let's see. Well, let's bring out the Enterprise. Yeah. Oh, I love it. See, the Enterprise is kind of like our other friend who just wanted to hang out. The fixed child of Helios. Being a good puppy, just hanging out. Oh, awesome. Alright, so we got a couple of people here. Let's give one kit to Voice Vet. You have a kit, and if you're around, I'll give you some platinum. And now, lastly, we have Cronkite, Lord Acrutus, I think. What is it? Lord Acadius. Ah, cool name, cool name, cool name. I would have gave you some platinum if you didn't run away. To Voice Vet is Russian, and I just want to say to my Russian gamer friends out there, yata blah blah blah, love y'all. You know, we transcend this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our galaxy. This is how we roll. I got no more eggs though. So my apologies, but I can give out some platinum. Oh, he ran away. Here, let me give our Russian friend here some more platinum. Enjoy! Alright, well, you know, I think that's just about it, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, take care. See you later. Alright. Alright, that's my ship. I know. Come on. Alright, here we go. Alright. I think they said da. Like, yes. Alright. So, that was my first YouTube giveawayathon. That's how I roll. And I'm glad you guys got to hang out with me. And yeah, I'll post this up. You guys can check this out later. Again, you know, like, let me know if you need something for sure. But usually when I do these anomaly giveawayathons, I'm just, you know, doing it very randomly. I don't have any set person I'm giving stuff to. It's at the anomaly. Again, very safe place to receive eggs. You can open up eggs from strangers at the anomaly. That's usually why I like to do it. But if I'm gonna be doing like community night, sort of like giveawayathons, I'm probably gonna maybe spruce up this area here a little bit. Well, not much, just enough, I guess. And then, yeah, have it a place where people can come and I can give out eggies. That's it. That's what's up. And you want to trade eggs? For sure. I'm all down for trading eggs. I'm all down for all of the egginess. And I gotta tell you, I enjoy doing this. And I enjoy the responses I get. Now, my favorite part is, I mean, did you see some of the responses? It's like, thank you so much. It's like, what is this? Like, I love it. Like, it's good stuff. And it's exclusive, and it's random, and it's very much in the moment. It's life, right? So I want you to take that with you, and treat the rest of your day like that. Hopefully, you've been on site with ONSETTER.